Hello everyone, this is Ethan. I'm one of Raja's Supreme Masters of Magical Cosmology, and I'm told by Namo Exalting Emperor Matriarch Mr. Jiong Chen. Mr. Jiong Chen is the founder of Magical Cosmology and is also the future world's religious leader. Okay, let's start with Magical Cosmology slogan. 宇宙弥勒弘教，皇天无极，后土为证，龙颜凤地，化育如来。Today, I would like to talk about how to balance our bright side and dark side through spiritual cultivation. As I mentioned in my previous episode, we all have bright side and dark side in our human nature. For example, we can be kind, generous, and self-sacrificing, but we also prone to greed, violence, and deceit. Let me come from our bright side and dark side respectively. When our bright side and dark side are fighting each other, our dark side is usually stronger and suppresses our bright side. Why? It's because the characters from our dark side, like the greed and deceit, are backed by endless desire that may cloud our reason and make us do something bad against our conscience. And we usually feel guilty and regret after that. However, our dark side still exists inevitably and indispensably. It also has its positive meaning that it can bring us drive and power. We usually manage our dark side and negative thoughts with our nationality. Our nationality is just like the container carrying our dark side and negative thoughts, which is just like liquid. If the liquid is too much and exceeds the capacity of the container, then it will overflow eventually and become uncontrollable. So we need more positive energy to strengthen our nationality and bright side to harness our dark side. People turn to religion and spiritual cultivation to gain more wisdom and positive energy. When it comes to spiritual cultivation, some people regard it is so otherworldly and is not for ordinary people. Actually, spiritual cultivation is so closely related to our daily life. From its literal meaning, it is to cultivate our spirit, heart, and consciousness, all of which we have, so we can make it. Moreover, try to think about it. There are increasing natural and man-made disasters, and also novel infectious disease like COVID-19 happening in this world. And then we realize how vulnerable we human beings are, so we may wonder, what is the true meaning of this life? The purpose of spiritual cultivation is to find the answer of this question. It is to understand our true self and even the environment and space we are in. Moreover, we can clean up our soul and mind to think or see things more through instead of being blinded by ignorance, and gain wisdom and positive energy in the process. Wisdom is just like a key to a true freedom, and is also like a sword to break our ignorance. And positive energy can bring us motivation and drawing power to help us make breakthrough and thus lead to enhancement. However, it doesn't mean that we will always have joy and peace in the spiritual cultivation. There are still countless tests which may trigger our dark side and negative thoughts in the process. But they can act as a stimulus to make us realize our shortcomings and weakness. And if we can overcome them, we will improve ourselves. From a spiritual perspective, sometimes our dark side may be triggered by some supernatural negative force that may trap us and make us unable to find our own way and exalt us. During spiritual cultivation in magical cosmology, we develop our celestial potentials to awaken our spiritual sensing like a third eye. Then, we can use the third eye to detect the abnormal dark force and is able to eliminate its negative impact. According to my experiences, the abnormal dark force may come from three aspects. First, our own karma of this life and our past life. Second, ancestral karma. Third, the chi or energy of the place we stayed, or called feng shui. I understand some people, especially people under Western culture, may not be familiar with these 3 points, or it's beyond their understanding. However, its impact still exists, even though it is unseen to most ordinary people. I would like to share my experience about how the chi or energy of a place impacted myself. I ever studied in the United States for a period of time, and I live in an apartment next to a school. So it's very convenient for me to live there. However, after moving in, I easily got exhausted and had headaches. So I had to meditate twice a day to supply myself sufficient energy over a day. After living there for 1 year, I noted the area near my apartment and surrounded by high walls was actually a cemetery. It is no wonder when staying in the apartment as an empath, sometimes I can feel there was pulling force from the ground, backing me down. And fortunately, due to spiritual cultivation in magical cosmology, I am able to be aware of this abnormal negative force and can remove its impact from myself. The dark force from the 3 aspects I just mentioned can not only trigger our dark side abnormally, but also have negative impact on our physical health. And I will introduce each of them in more details in my future episode. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share the video, and see you next time. Bye bye.